Hey everybody, we are here at Universal Studios this morning to do our deep dive guide into everything awesome here at Diagon Alley. Come with me, I got you. Let's go do this. Now, one of my favorite things about Diagon Alley here at Universal Studios is how you get in there. Yes, you have King's Cross Station over here where the Hogwarts Express is. They'll take you back and forth to both parks between Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade. But what's really cool is right behind me is the entrance. Now, it looks like the entrance, obviously, in Harry Potter where they go through the back alley and touch the brick wall and it opens up into Diagon Alley. What's super cool is if you didn't know this was here and you weren't looking at a map, and we don't have paper maps anymore, but if you weren't looking at a map and you didn't know, you could easily walk by it, because from the outside right here at street level, you would never know all of Diagon Alley is back there. They do a great job of disguising it, much like the movie. So the entrance, it just from that point on, puts you in the right mindset to be immersed in Harry Potter world in Diagon Alley, because just like Harry, you're gonna go back through there and open it up, and this brick wall is gonna open into a whole other magical world for you. And it really does open like that. It's a breathtaking opening when you walk through. We're gonna go check it out here in just a minute. Also out here, before you even get into Diagon Alley, is the double-decker night bus. Now, this is the bus that Harry Potter takes, the Wizard's bus, and it moves and it has, of course, the talking head over there. This is a lot of fun just to come and chat over there with the head. But if you didn't know, besides getting your picture and everything taken over here, you can actually go into the bus at the back and take a little quick look around. We'll see if we can get in there in just a second. It's a pretty good, faithful recreation of the movie. I can just picture them sliding around on the bed, sleeping, not waking up. Pretty cool. You can step in there, take a look around, take a picture on the inside of the bus, and see that they didn't miss any details in the bus. It's really cool. All right, put it off. It is time to go into Diagon Alley officially and take a look around. So the first thing you may notice when you come into Diagon Alley is, of course, the dragon. And we saw the dragon. The dragon blows fire like every 10 minutes or so if the wind conditions and everything are right. So the main walkway usually gets crowded with people trying to get pictures of the dragon blowing fire, because it is really cool. But I have the coolest ever shot of the dragon blowing fire, and I will put that in here. I have been spending a lot of time getting very cool footage in this land and all throughout Universal Studios, so I'm going to share that with you, things I brought in my cinema camera for to film, to really get a whole different look at it, and I think you're going to enjoy that look at it. So we'll get to that soon, but there is so much in here. It's like, where do you even start? Yes, there is a ride in here, Escape from Gringotts. Very, very popular ride. It fills up. If you have Express Pass, I recommend it. It is a long queue, but it is maybe the most awesome queue here. We'll get to that. There's Flourish and Fortescue's ice cream, where you can get butterbeer ice cream. Yes, we're gonna try some butterbeer ice cream. And of course, you can get your butterbeers here, all kinds, frozen, cold, hot, depending on the season. You can get your pumpkin juice, all of that. There's Ollivanders in here, where you can do the Ollivanders experience. I'm gonna show you that. The Leaky Cauldron for food. There is so much in here to do. Let's get started. I'm excited. Let's go do it. So we are going to start. We're here early. The park just opened about 45 minutes ago. So we are going to start our day with a little bit of breakfast here at the Leaky Cauldron. I am not like starving. I'm not a huge breakfast eater, although I love breakfast food. But I thought it'd be fun to come in here. This is such an awesome place to come in and look around. So we're going to come in here and grab a little bit of breakfast, maybe a little bit of butterbeer, maybe a little bit of coffee. Let's see. Now, the cool thing about the Leaky Cauldron, other than how cool it looks, and this is the same for any of the Harry Potter restaurants, is you can come in and order from the kids menu. Like I said, I wasn't really hungry, so I came in and ordered from the kids menu. Here it comes right now. Thank you. I wasn't like starving, so I came in and ordered from the kids menu. I'm a pass holder, so I got a pass holder discount. And with that, you can get, it's just a smaller portion of the adult size. It's $13.49 regular, but it comes with a drink of your choice. And of course, that can mean butterbeer. Now, it's a little bit smaller than the other butterbeers, but instead of like $7, you're gonna get to try this butterbeer, have a little butterbeer. And of course, we can't leave everything awesome in any kind of Harry Potter land is gonna include butterbeer. Now, my favorite is frozen. This is the cold, but we're gonna try the cold today, and we're gonna try the breakfast. But everything together with my pass holder discount was $12.22. So you're gonna get a butterbeer, a little bit of food to get you going, and you're gonna get to sit in here and look at this, because this looks like it came straight out of the movie. I'm gonna show you a little bit more, but right now, let's see what we got to eat. Okay, so I got the kids American breakfast, which just comes with scrambled eggs, breakfast potatoes, bacon. This place is very cool just to look at. Looks like it came right out of the movie. All right, it's time to go out and check out some more of Diagon Alley. One of the big draws here, definitely awesome, is all this looks like it came right out of a movie. So I'm probably gonna say that a million times because I'm a movie guy, and to me that's just so impressive to recreate it. But Weasley's Wizard Wheezes is a really fun shop, and it's a big draw here. Let's go in and check it out. I love how they put Dolores Umbridge to work here. Look, I'm not gonna lie. Dolores Umbridge, I think, is one of the most underrated villains of all time. And the lady who played Dolores Umbridge, the actress, did such an amazing job. It's hard to separate your vile dislike of Dolores Umbridge in that movie from the actual actress herself. I don't know what it is, but the sadistic glee and evil wrapped up in Pepto-Bismol pink is just things that legendary villains are made of to me. I think she is a severely evil, sadistic, and underrated villain, and I love seeing her get hers. Between the merchandise and just the architecture and the colors and everything everywhere, your head's on a swivel when you're in here trying to take it all in, but you can't miss the ceiling. See if we can get a good look. You have the fireworks going off on the ceiling. You're looking up through the winding, mismatched, crazy angled stairs, and it's just so super cool. And then you look around and you see so many of the items that you've heard, pumpkin pastilles, all that kind of stuff. I can't even think of everything right now. You see everything that you saw in the movies. Exploding snaps, phoenix fire, all kinds of stuff, and some stuff I didn't even know existed, like luminance putty. Let's check that out. Well, luminance putty glows in the dark. You got some mischief putty. Ooh, and some love putty. And it's rose scented. You're not going to get the love vibes from me with rose scented stuff because flowers, the smell of most flowers makes me think of funeral homes.
Laura here today adopting her very first pygmy pup that she's decided to name Penelope. Can we give her a huge round of applause?
I'm glad we caught that because yes, you can get a pygmy puff or pixie puff. Pixie? I can't remember. And name it, and they do the whole little naming ceremony in here, so that's kind of cool. But I don't know, I can't remember the name about that, but you know Pooh, right? No, not that Pooh. That Pooh. So the one set of stairs you can take over here on the side will lead you right up into the candy shop, which draws a crowd, as you might imagine. You can find your chocolate frogs, which I should probably warn you because I've gotten many of these for people and they don't realize they are solid chocolate. It's not like a hollow chocolate bunny, they are solid chocolate. So the chocolate frogs, you're getting like what feels like a pound of chocolate. And of course, the infamous every flavor bean. So Sugar Plum Sweet Shop right here, kind of attached to the back of Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. I should have got coffee this morning. They're gonna have all of that takeaway candy like the chocolate frogs and all that kind of stuff. But they're also gonna have fudge. You can get like Butterbeer fudge. I'll try to get over there. It's really popular in here and show you. But they have pretty much anything you want. And of course, you can get some Gilly water over here. And it's getting crowded in here fast. So listen, while it is very great to look around in here in the daytime, when there's tons of people and you've got, you know, you've got your books over here, you Flourish and Blots, you've got the Daily Prophets, you got all this stuff, there's people everywhere, it's daylight, it looks awesome. It is nothing compared to what it looks like at nighttime when this place is empty and you have a movie camera on your side. So I'm just going to show it to you. This is what I filmed. I hope you enjoy it. Take a look at Diagon Alley like you've never seen it before.
Harry, I think it's Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas, Hermione.
Merry Christmas, Harry.
You know, happiness can be found even in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light.
Harry! Lovely to have you with us.
A Christmas toast! Harry.
Harry, wake up! I've got presents. Whoa!
This is for you.
Thanks, Hagrid.
It's a firebolt. It's the fastest broom in the world. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Who's that? Bloody hell, Harry.
It's sort of exciting, isn't it? Breaking the rules.
Just Pie?
Merry Christmas, Harry.
Merry Christmas.
How cool was that? And I promised you the best ever fireball that you've ever seen. I worked my butt off, I'm not gonna lie, brought in a big movie camera to film that at night when nobody was here, basically nobody, and I hope you enjoyed looking at Diagon Alley in a way that you just can't normally ever see it. So I was able to do that because I did an Orlando Informer meetup, which is a big after-hours event that's held a few times a year. And I just spent my time, rather than riding a bunch of rides, coming in here and filming awesome content, because to me, everything here is like a movie. I'm a filmmaker. It was like shooting a movie on a Harry Potter set. And I loved it. Hope you did too. All right, let's continue our look around. Everything awesome here in Diagon Alley. It probably will not surprise you to know that being a horror movie guy and everything, my favorite place in here, one of my favorite places, probably my favorite place in Diagon Alley, is Nocturn Alley. This way to the dark side. Dark mark up there. Kind of fading away. Now, if you follow me, you know one of my favorite things, a cool old movie trick, is when they make it look like it's outside at night, but it's actually inside. And back here in Nocturn Alley, besides the spooky dark vibes, they have that going on. And a lot of times people don't come by here. They just walk straight past it. They're worried about getting over to Gringotts or going to get some Butterbeer or what have you. But I could hang out back here. It's also usually always very cool back here. So it's a nice way to beat the heat and the sunshine. Now it's time for what I consider the most awesome store in here, my favorite store, Borgin and Burkes. It's pretty cool here. Deathly Hallows. There's a nice little cool understated hoodie. I'm a hoodie guy. Now, if you remember from the movie Borgin and Burkes,
My favorite.
I don't know why I can't help myself but say it like that. Borgin and Burkes. If you remember from the movie, though, it's more of like a sketchy wizard's store. Wingardium Leviosa. Twisted Sister right there. Sirius Black. I do love this store though. It's very immersive. It definitely also looks like it just came right from the movie. Has some kind of different stuff than you can get anywhere else. And of course they have some Borgin and Burkes specific shirts and things like that. But it's total vibing. It gives me those vibes, the creepy little spooky factor vibes and the movie vibes. It is definitely awesome. Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. If you were ever sick as a kid in the 80s or 90s, I'm sure you heard that. There is the Borgin and Burkes specific merch. For some reason, it reminds me of the Guinness label. I mean, they go hard on the detail, like way up here in the corners and everything. The devil is in the details. The devil is in the details. How about a little head? I think this just went from PG to PG-13, but not really.
I'm hitting your theater and what a success. I acted so tragic, the house rose like magic.
The little shrunken heads perform singing and everything over there. I think that's really cool. All right, it's time, unfortunately, to head out of Nocturn Alley and continue on. But first, let's duck in here. I'm telling you, it's like dark and spooky. I mean, it kind of just keeps going and going. Fine, we're going out this time. We're going, I promise. Definitely need your sunglasses back on when you come out of here into the harsh light of day. My camera's gonna freak out too. When you're talking about everything awesome in here, there's one thing that's right in front of your face everywhere you go that you probably take for granted and don't think of, and that's the architecture. Like I said, it's like the giant living, breathing movie set, and everywhere you go, the architecture is just perfect. There's not one thing that's going to take you out of the illusion of being in Diagon Alley, the immersive nature. Everywhere you go, the architecture is just awesome. I do not have my wand with me today, but one of the other things that is very awesome here is the interactive wands, where you can actually do magic and perform spells and have the things work. So, I'll try to explain this better with some video. Gotta stand on that thing.
Oh, there goes one. Donna did it.
How cool is that? So my kids have a lot of fun with that. I have had a lot of fun with that. I have also gotten soaking wet because people have made this fountain right here activate with their magic, and I wasn't paying attention, and it shoots out a lot of water. It's Fortuna Fountain. If you look at the ground, beware. That will tell you you could be wet anywhere in that vicinity. See what I mean? Besides Butterbeer, which we've already had our Butterbeer this morning, you can get Butterbeer over here at the Hopping Pot, but you can also get some of my favorite adult wizard beverages over here. And the last time I was here, I got two of my favorites. Check them out. All right, so we've got our 2 drinks from the Hopping Pot. I had to leave you in suspense there because I wasn't sure if they had one of the things that is my favorite. I knew they had the one, and we're going to talk about that first. That is the Wizard's Brew, which is a milk stout. So if you got like a dark, heavier beer, it's almost like a dessert beer. It's very much like the Guinness or something like that. You really taste the chocolate, like dark chocolate and coffee flavors. But I am a sucker for a beer or any kind of, especially a beer that's brewed for a specific land or a specific theme park. I love that, something you can't get anywhere else. I'm the same way when it comes to other drinks. If they make them specifically there, to me that is much more unique, puts me much more in the vibe of the place that I'm at, and the Wizard's Brew here in Diagon Alley definitely does that. Very, very good. Now, like I said, top 5 is going fast because we got 2 for 1 here at the Hopping Pot, but this one I had to make sure that they still had, because sometimes they run out, and it's a busy day in here today in late July. But they had the Strongbow cider, which they're always going to have that. But the kick that makes this drink special and in our top 5 of our adult beverages here at Universal Studios is the Harry Potter Fire Whiskey Shot that goes in it. It completely changes the flavor, changes the taste. Again, you got something that is specific to the land. You can get it at the Hopping Pot. You can get it over in Hogsmeade, but that is for another video when we do Islands of Adventure. Right now, though, we're going to enjoy some Strongbow with some fire whiskey, and we are going through our top 5 list pretty quick. Oh, you get that. It's like an apple cinnamon flavor. I mean, so if you like apple cinnamon, this is the drink for you. Very refreshing, got a little fizz to it, got all that ice in there on a hot day. You cannot go wrong. It is specific to the park. I'm loving it here at Universal. On our countdown, we've got 1 stop left, 1 drink left for our top 5 best adult beverages here at Universal Studios. I'll catch you at the next stop. Meanwhile, I've got 2 drinks to finish. See you later. Trust me when I say that the Wizards brews are great. The Wizards Fireball whiskey is great. You can have some fun adult Wizard drinks to sample here in Diagon Alley, as well as Hogsmeade, and they are definitely awesome. Another awesome thing here in Diagon Alley is the Gringotts Bank, the money exchange. So you can actually bring your money in here, actual cash money, and exchange it for wizard money. And then the wizard money, you can keep it as a souvenir, or it is actually good to spend here. So that's really cool. If you want to get fully immersed, come in here, exchange some of your money for wizard money, and then you can go up there and pay for your stuff like you're a wizard, Harry. And that is really cool. We got some for my daughter at Christmas, and there's a great animatronic in here. Check it out. We're going in here to get my daughter some Gringotts money. I don't have a question. I'm with her. She has a question.
Good. Let's do 210.
Not very talkative, I see. No matter, I have work to do. Once you have completed your exchange,
Thank you.
please leave as efficiently as you can.
He said, once you completed your exchange, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here. That's basically what he said. He said, once you complete your exchange, leave swiftly. Of course, that is pretty awesome. And I think my daughter just kept most of hers. She did spend a little because we like bought some for her to spend, and then there's like souvenir ones that you can buy. You could always open up the souvenir ones and spend them here, or you could keep them. And she kept them. And there's also, of course, you know, all kinds of other shops in here. You can go into the Wizards equipment. But you know, it's the shop that you exit into when you come out of Gringotts, and it's a very cool one to look around in. And might as well go check it out while we're here. I love the ceiling in here too. Very epic universe. Is it just me, or is this setting, while Harry Potter, it's also very epic universe, and I dig that for sure. That's awesome. So they basically just have otherwise your standard like Harry Potter robes, Harry Potter sweatshirts, you know, for each house. Slytherin, I tether the line between Slytherin and Gryffindor. So they have all that. They have things like Christmas ornaments, anything you want to keepsake from your time here in the very awesome Diagon Alley. You exit into there when you come out of the Gringotts ride. So without further ado, let's go over and talk about the Gringotts ride. Escape from Gringotts is a roller coaster type, like 4D ride. You're gonna spin it. The ride vehicle is very much like the Mummy, but it's on a track. It's very roller coaster type with screen simulations. You're gonna get some 4D effect because you're gonna get some wind. You're gonna get some water on you, some heat, things like that. It is a very cool ride. Of course, you cannot record on it, but you can record going through the line queue and going through the Gringotts Bank ride queue on Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. I keep saying it. I keep wanting to combine the words. Going through that line queue is amazing. Going through that bank is one of the most elaborate things I have ever seen for a ride anywhere, and we're gonna go check it out.
Proceed to the large office at the end of the corridor, where an assistant will prepare for your first visit to the forest.
I love just going through there. So even if you don't want to do the ride, walk through and then exit, but you do not want to miss that queue. All right, as we got a few more things to do in here, I think it's time for some ice cream. If you are looking for ice cream, Flourish and Fortescue's is the place here in Diagon Alley, and like everything else in this video, it is awesome. You can get all kinds of flavors here. You can get peanut butter and strawberry, which is Harry's favorite. But if I'm going in here, I'm getting Butterbeer ice cream. So I got one. Let's go and check it out. I was here. Kind of try to sneak one when I can, but I stay away from ice cream a lot of times because once I start eating it, I can't stop. Let's see how I did when I got the Butterbeer ice cream. Thank you. That's it. So of course I had to go into Florian Fortescue, and I probably messed that up. And don't get on me, Harry Potter fans. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. I've read all the books. I've listened to Jim Dale read all the books. I have seen the movies more times than you can count. I love Harry Potter land here, but I just butcher names sometimes. And I'm a writer, so that's kind of bad. And an actor, so that's bad. But the Butterbeer ice cream is on point. The Butterbeer ice cream is on point, and you can get this in a cone for $6.99 or in a collector's cup, like a souvenir cup, for $8.49. So I actually got this big cone and a gilly water, which is because I needed some water, both together for under $10 for the tax. So great snack, another way to have Butterbeer. Of course, Butterbeer is an obvious one to put on this list because everybody loves it. But the Butterbeer ice cream is a snack that you get a good portion of that's quite filling, that the kids will love. It won't break the bank. It's Harry Potter themed. You can't beat it. It had to be on this list. Now let's go see what else we can get into. That ice cream is really good, and it's yet another way to try and consume Butterbeer. It's very cool. It's right out of the Flourish and Fortescue's. Is right out of the movies and the books. You got to check it out. It is awesome. We got a few more things to check out here in Diagon Alley, but man, it is so immersive. I really do love the immersive nature of this land, but there is one thing that I'm not so crazy about. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's head into the magical menagerie. to be honest, this store is one that I try to avoid because my daughter has a stuffed animal problem. She probably has, no exaggeration, 400. And if we come in this store together, she's gonna have at least 401. And it's a very cool store though, so let's check it out. Yeah, no me gusta on that. I do not like snakes. I am Indiana Jones when it comes to snakes. That is one big cat. Fox. Fang. Aw. Fang is cute. Fang is $30. Oh Lord. Unicorn. My daughter has a thing for unicorns. There's the hippogriff. It's so hard not to buy her more because it is awesome, but she literally barely has room on her bed. Like, we have no more room for anything, but it is an awesome store, and they have some great stuffies in here. All right, so we have covered most everything awesome in here. There's still a little bit more to go, but I think it's fair to mention a couple of things that I find less than awesome. One thing I find less than awesome is behind me. There is only one public conveyance, or bathroom, loo, whatever. For this whole land, there is one bathroom. Otherwise, you got to go out of here to go to the restroom. And with a place that gets so crowded, only having one is rough. That's one thing that's kind of a downer as far as like an outside restroom. But the other thing is my drawback to both the Harry Potter lands, Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley, is as much as I love them, I don't spend as much time in them as you would think because they are always the most crowded part of both parks. And the walkways are narrow. So, I mean, it's like people on top of people on top of people. And I just wish that, honestly, they had made them even bigger and more expansive with bigger walk areas because they're so popular. Speaking of things that are so popular, the last awesome thing on our list here is one of the most popular things here and very awesome, and that is Ollivanders. Now, you can't come here without getting a wand. You gotta have a wand. If it's the first time you're coming, you gotta have a wand, and where better to get a wand than the greatest wand maker shop of all time, Ollivanders. And in here, if you do the experience, you go in and there is a whole show with a cast member who works at Ollivanders, and they do a whole show on the wand choosing the wizard, and if you are lucky, you may get picked to be part of the show and have the wand, a special wand, choose you that you then have the option to purchase, that you can't just buy off the rack in there. Now, we were here recently, and fortunately, I'm going to be able to show it to you because my son was picked to be the one in the show, and he got the wand that chose him. Check it out.
Quite the same. And of course, you will never get such good results. If another is informed. Most importantly, only a few particular types of water of wand quality, and we use only the finest elements for our wands. The wand is large, 13 inches, steady, with a phoenix tail feather. Cool. I would like you to levitate one of those red wand boxes near the top. Give your wand a swish and a flick, and say Wingardium Leviosa.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Come on. That is not your wand.
Take a picture.
13¼ inches, a bit bendy, with a dragon part of the string. From where you're standing, I'd like you to bring that ladder closer to this desk. In the wand, and to say, Archeo ladder.
Argue ladder.
Now, it has always been clear to those of us who have studied wand lore that it is the wand that chooses the wizard, although it is not always clear why. Honesty. It's excellent for spells of creativity and inspiration. And with a dragon heart string cord, your loyalty will be much admired among the fairies. My assistant will explain your wand options and answer any questions you may have. And remember, wand learns from the wizard. The wizard from the wand. Everyone, you're welcome to peruse our entire collection of wands through that door, and thank you for selecting Ollivanders. Good day to you.
Thank you. Now, how awesome was that? That is really cool. That is a great experience here at Ollivanders. And the one knock on that is that if you have like multiple kids and there's a bunch of, your kid, you may not get picked, or your kid may not get picked. You could keep trying to go through there and see if you could get picked, but that's the one drawback. But if you are the one who is picked, or your child is the one who's picked, it is a very special thing. My son got into it, accidentally started speaking with a British accent. That was pretty funny, but that's because of the immersive nature of this land. And I absolutely love that. There are so many things here that are absolutely awesome. And I mean, even going out of here, the train, as we talked about, King Cross Station, just absolutely awesome. And I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel so much. Until next time, this is Chase with American Vintage Adventures saying have a great AVA day, and I'll see you real soon if I'm not blind or taken over by the dark mark. Yeah. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.